you're probably here today because you're in some kind of pain. Now, a lot of you don't have a physical pain, so it's an emotional pain. You might be unaware of it, except let me have you think of this. Think of the last time you were upset about something. I don't care what kind of upset: fear, anxiousness, anger, judgment, sadness. And that probably is within the last 24 hours to 2 days or something like that. How old did you feel? How old is that feeling? See, we're never our age when we're upset. The age that we actually feel when we're upset is someplace that we have pain that we're stuck in. Thus, we join together in ceremonies like this where we can be healed. So is anyone sick among you? Let them call the elders of the church to pray over them and anoint them with oil in the name of the Lord. And the prayer offered in faith will make the sick person well. The Lord will raise them up. If they have sinned, they will be forgiven. James 5:14-15. So we do that. We go to a ceremony like this, and you have a great experience, or a peaceful experience, or an opening experience, or maybe just a break from the noise. And we love that. But what happens is we go home. Either slowly or soon, that old pain or another level of the pain returns. Well, what if instead it's a change in our perceptions, a shift in our beliefs? Because there's been a lot of science that's shown over time that in physics and biology, that what we believe determines how we see things, how we react to things, and how we decide things. So we have to keep going. As the Dalai Lama has said, we can never obtain peace in the outer world until we make peace with ourselves. Belief is the biggest deal that goes on. How can we find that peace in this outer world, which is going crazy, if we don't attempt to make peace within ourselves? And what we believe starts with where we're born and how we grow up. My feelings, which I began to understand, were related to an age. That was a place that I got stuck. Something happened then. I had a reaction. Nobody was able to explain something to me, or maybe I was forced to take on a belief I didn't understand. And now I'm stuck there. And whenever I see a situation 40, 50 years later, I'm having a reaction to it as if I'm 3 again, because I don't know what to do about this belief being imposed upon me or belief being taken away from me. Get to the source of, how am I choosing to be at the effect of this? Where am I choosing unconsciously to be along with this? Stuff happens. Stuff happens all the time. It goes up, it goes down, and you are the same value, whether it's a good thing happening or whether it's a bad thing happening. Now, this will lead to individual unconsciously accepted beliefs that happen all along when you don't even realize that you've accepted them. Sometimes they're overt and people are telling you that, hey, you're not very smart, you're too slow, you're fat, you're ugly, you're worthless, etc. And sometimes they're implied. So nobody actually said them ever, so you can't go back in your family history and see any person or any bully that ever said it, but it was implied. And therefore you accepted that you're not smart, you're too slow, you're fat, you're ugly, you're worthless, etc. So the next level I need to look at, what's stopping me or holding me in my beliefs, is something that we all get stuck in. Because we start off with God is everything, but God is also good all the time. Not just when it's sunny and when there's flowers. It's when there's a flood, a hurricane, when there's a disaster, when there is a war, when there is genocide. God's still good all the time. So as we do this, can we all pause for a second? Can you feel that even though I'm talking about God, that there's a place where you're afraid of God? Or you doubt God? Or you're not sure about God? And you want so badly to be able to love God, like as if you could love a puppy or love a cat or a best friend. How could you love God? We continuously beg, pray, barter, hope, and wonder if we can get well, so that we can finally find peace, so that we can finally be in the presence. But are we really doing it? Have we decided to cross that river? In all the presentations so far, everybody's talked about the actions you must take to make that choice to decide to go forward. Are you in God or only in the things of this world, like the politics and the family and the job and the worries and the anxieties and the hopes and the dreams and the plans? Those are all impermanent. Only the peace of God is continuous. Only that presence of God is continuous. What I ask you to consider is, Where are you currently hiding a belief or a concept that's at the core of whatever you're struggling with? A spiritual conundrum, a mental fight you can't let go of with someone or something, an emotional upset that you still feel like you're 3 when you're upset. Why can't we let that go? Why can't we find ourselves here? Well, it's time to let that next block go with God. Are you ready to find that peace in the presence? Close your eyes for a minute. Close your eyes, and I just want you to imagine yourself surrounded by the color of God that appears to you. It could be gold, it could be white, it could be purple, it could be blue, it could be pink, it could be multiple colors. Sit in that space and notice how it's natural. The thing we're always afraid of is that God will know about our concept, except we're forgetting that God already knows about our concepts. God knows what we are because it's with us all the time. Where are we? So in this space, while you're sitting in this vortex of gold, I want you to see one little blob, a little black blob. It doesn't matter whether it's karma from a past life or some belief, a belief from a past life that somebody gave to you is what a curse is, or a curse in this life is, again, a belief somebody gave you and you think you must have it. Curses do not work unless you believe in them because you accepted the belief. Or whether it's your childhood. It really doesn't matter what it is or where it came from. It might matter what it says. See, because when things are going well, we don't question our beliefs. We don't question anything other thing because things are great. It's a sensual experience and we're liking it. But when things are uncomfortable, that's when we start to thrash. And we don't ask, what is the cause? Instead, we focus on the symptom and say, can you take the symptom away from me? Can you make this bad thing go away? Instead of, can you help me confront this belief that somehow I've been confused enough to take on? Today, I want you to offer that up. Again, maybe you don't need to know what it's about, but maybe some words will come to you. Some words that are limiting, some words that are boxed in, that you're using to box yourself in. If we're going to be the child of heaven that we need to be, then we need to surrender that. And then we start to feel the expansiveness of our impermanence. We start to feel being part of the presence. And we can radiate that in all our works and deeds.